Let's go over all of the updates that are needed in Clash of Clans for 2021. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. I asked you, my subscribers, what updates does Clash of Clans need in 2021 on my community tab and on my Twitter page. I have hand-selected the best suggestions, and that is what we are discussing in this video. If you do want to be involved with videos like this in the future, you can follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description, or subscribe. That's also how you will see my educational but entertaining Clash of Clans videos. So let's kick this one off. There were a lot of suggestions on a new town hall. I want to quickly address that. Supercell have said they aim for a new town hall level every 18 months, with Town Hall 13 released in December 2019. 18 months, I'd say there's a good possibility it's this year, but we haven't heard anything as of yet. Let's address the builder base real quick, get it out of the way. Builder Hall 10. Flinnis, one of my dojo members, feels it is time for a new builder hall, and I couldn't agree more actually. I feel the builder base has been dormant throughout 2020 other than a couple of little tweaks, and I would like to think that by now the team have some idea what they are doing with it, although I am also on the side of Flinnis that I have no idea what that could be. There is actually a suggestion later in the video which is really cool for the builder base, but let me know what you think. I know it's a love-hate area of Clash of Clans. Do you want to see something new here? Big shout out to Flinnis, one of my dojo members who helps to support me financially on the channel to improve the quality of content. Always appreciated. If you do want access to your custom Judo Sloth emotes and other perks, you can hit the join button on my channel. The next suggestion was commented many times, understandably. Let us use our heroes in friendly challenge, friendly war, even if they are sleeping or upgrading, as well as selecting our own clan castle troops. This is one I totally agree with. It is a friendly battle, whether it be a war or a friendly challenge. It's a friendly. It means nothing. We should be able to use our heroes if they're upgrading, if they're sleeping and recovering, select our own clan castle troops. It's very frustrating when you can't properly friendly challenge if you have a hero upgrading. It's a friendly. We should be able to have this. I will try and keep this video balanced as well to manage your expectations, obviously give my opinion on suggestions, but also being a fan of the game, I have watched every single development interview we have had, and there are some things they have said previously which are definitely applicable, such as this instance. It would be classed as a quality of life change. Quality of life changes don't tend to dominate an update. They will have a specific objective from the update, the new content they want to bring, and quality of life changes are squeezed in at the end, depending on how much time they have and depending on what area of the game code they are touching. I could be wrong, but I've never heard the team have any absolute objections towards using heroes in friendly challenge or friendly wars. Regular wars is a different story, that's part of your upgrade process, that's why we have the Book of Heroes, but in terms of friendly challenge and friendly wars, honestly, it could just be that it would take more coding, more time, and they just didn't have time in the past to do that. I would hope they bring this. It would be great for friendly challenges, and I think it should come in 2021. Clan perks for higher levels. Right now, it only goes up to level 10, and then there are no other perks. Why not increase that to level 15? As Skylon acknowledged, it could be daunting for new clans. It could put them off. Why would you start a new clan when you have this mountain to climb? Whilst I agree with Skylon, I think they need to add something else here. Darian, the community manager, has addressed this previously, and I believe he said they want to improve the clan perks, but they wouldn't add new perks because of that reason. It would just put people off. So I would like to think they are going to improve this. Hopefully it's in 2021. I think that improving the socialization of clans in general is fantastic, and it should remain a core aim of Clash of Clans. So I would like to see some improvement here this year, but I don't think it's going to be just new levels. Firebird, one of my former clan mates, suggested an idea on Twitter that I have mentioned in numerous videos, and I really wish this is added. The ability to share army compositions. So right now you have your quick train menu. You can edit it yourself, you can train it, but what if we could share that with clanmates? I could share it with you in the description so that you could copy my army. Exactly the same way that we can share bases to the clan and as a link. I really think this would be a great addition. I wanted to discuss the laboratory because it is something that is always suggested. Can Clash of Clans make it quicker? This was one of the more intuitive comments I've seen on this topic, so I wanted to highlight it. But I also wanted to discuss what we have heard from the team previously. They will continue to make the lab troops, spells, siege machines quicker and cheaper as time goes on. For the same reason that we just discussed with the clan perks. It would be overwhelming for a new player to get to maximum level as the town halls continue to expand. So throughout the game in general, they will always be monitoring how long it takes and making things cheaper and quicker to move through that. However, I totally agree. The lab is often the bottleneck, whether it is because you prioritize other things over the troops, or whether actually there are some town hall levels, town hall 10 I believe in particular, where it is a bit more of a bottleneck. They should continue to address this, and I believe they will, whether it be just making it quicker and cheaper, which is the ideal solution really. They will never add a second lab because real estate on the base is highly important. They don't want to just add more buildings and make the base even more compact. So they will never add a second lab. They will always continue to make it cheaper and quicker. But I actually like the idea of being able to upgrade maybe troops and spells at the same time. Have separate tabs within the lab. That's something I have seen suggested. I'm not sure the ins and outs as to why they just make it cheaper and quicker. Maybe if you could upgrade more than one, you would just power through it and they couldn't balance the cost of it alongside the time. I'm not sure. I wanted to throw this one in here because it's an interesting idea that I have not read or heard of before, and I think it's pretty cool actually. We have had previously the ×4 clan XP for wars, but that's it. We've never had anything else. What about festive wars? Like, we just had a Christmas theme in Clash of Clans. Why not make the wars Christmas themed as well? Maybe giving us special rewards. Now, I always try to think within these videos what would be the pros and cons of actually adding this to the game, and I'm unsure about this. I'm a little bit on the fence as to whether I would or wouldn't like it. Also on Twitter, Jackson, one of my longtime viewers, had a couple of things to say actually. Firstly, the ability to message potential recruits within the recruitment tool. I know that Darian said back when he was discussing global, if they could bring the positive aspects of global and not bring the negatives, they would consider it. Maybe this is something they could add. Let's be real, when the recruitment tool was first added, it wasn't ideal. I know they have been continuing to work it in the background, and I hope they continue to strive for improvements with it throughout this year. The other thing he mentioned that I hadn't really thought of, but it is actually a valid point, I would say, and I'd like to get your opinion on this. In the season challenges, the silver pass, the bottom tier, we always have the Book of Heroes. Why can't they rotate this? Now, I'm actually happy with the Book of Heroes. I think it's the most valuable book that there is. But if you're trying to upgrade your base and you've already got your heroes maxed, or I don't know, maybe you're prioritizing something else, it would be nice to rotate the book that you get on the bottom. Maybe every month it goes through a cycle of Book of Heroes, Book of Building, Book of Fighting, I don't know. Something along those lines. What do you think? Yes. The Winter Challenge was incredible. For me, I think it was one of the best things they have added to Clash of Clans in a long time. I know it was really simple and little, but it really was effective. Now, I think it's along the same lines of the Goblin maps. And by the way, I would love to see more Goblin maps, customizable ones where we as the community can submit maps and they get added to the game. Maybe we vote on them on the Clash of Clans Twitter page. I don't know, but something that can be shared across the community is incredible. And that's why I think the Winter Challenge was such a hit. It doesn't matter if you and your friend were 3 or 4 town hall levels apart, you shared the same challenge. and you got to experience that with everybody else. And for the lower players, they also got to play with maxed level troops. By the way, I still have the Barch cooked up from my video a couple of days ago when we used the Barch in war. I'll link you across to that at the end of this. I do want to continue using this strategy. I think it's awesome. But anyways, I think that's why the Winter Challenge was such a hit. And I would love to see more challenges in the future. I will say that when I tweeted the Clash of Clans team to congratulate them on the Winter Challenge, and I hope they would add more, they did say they were definitely going to be looking to do so. I have seen this suggested a lot, some sort of donation camp, whereby members would put troops into it and players could pull the troops out at will. I was always somewhat against this, but I'm starting to change my mind a little bit, and I want to hear your opinion on this and any of the suggestions we have. Let me know in the comments. I always like to hear your opinions, and videos like this are a good time to do so. Now, with the donation camp, the reason I was always against this is that it kind of takes away from the social aspect. There's something cool about having your friend donate you the troops, but it is frustrating if you're waiting for a war attack and there's nobody online. You literally can't get troops. I have had to, on multiple occasions, pull my account from a different clan to go and donate to myself. You guys know the frustration. So I do think if there's ever an area of the game that is frustrating to players, they should look at it and see if they can find a solution. Maybe they can't. Maybe there just isn't a solution that makes sense. But what do you think? Is the donation camp a good idea? What if you could donate to your friends? That means you don't have to be in the same clan, you still get that social feeling. I would actually like to see even more expansion to the friend list. Let us have more friends. Let us donate to them, friendly challenge them. Whatever it might be, it would improve the socialization within Clash of Clans other than just being able to watch them attack. It might be a workaround to the donation issue because it is frustrating when you can't get troops. I know the obvious answer is to improve activity, help your friends be online more. But if you have a war attack and there's no one online, it is annoying. So maybe donating to your friend list is an option, or maybe something else. Let me know what you think. A 2v2 suggestion for the builder base is a really unique idea. And at first I was thinking, what? But then the more I thought about it, this would be really cool. Maybe it is out of the realms of possibility. I'm not sure. Having two people attack at the same time could be complex. But if they could get this to work, it would make the builder base completely unique, which is what they want. They have said in previous interviews, hypothetically, if they were to make a builder base wars, what would be different to the regular wars? Yes, it has the PvP aspect, but that's difficult in a war scenario. It needs to be different than the home village wars. 2v2 would be different. Now, you all know I am a big advocate for the mega base idea. It was suggested a couple of times. I've talked about it extensively in my videos, so I didn't really want to add it too much in here. It's very similar to Boom Beach Operations, if anybody plays that. A huge base that in turn you would attack as your clan in order to try and take it down. I think it would be perfect for Clash of Clans. I really hope they add it, but 2v2 actually adds a different dynamic as well. I mean, the limitations, even with a mega base, is that you only have one person attacking. You can only deploy so many troops at the same time. But if you were on voice with your clanmate, you could have a plan coordinated with your teammate. And the more I thought about it, the more I really like this idea. I think it's too complex. I will be honest, I don't think it will be added, but hey, we can dream, right? That's what this video is about. What would we, in an ideal world, if the sky was the limit, what would we want in Clash of Clans? Let me know what you think. 2v2. Would it work? Whilst I would love to see this, the ability to just war within your clan. Let's take 5 members of my clan, 5 members of my clan, and battle them against each other. There were also comments like, can we do regular wars and clan war leagues at the same time? I'm going to give you an answer that is basically the reality. There is an easy workaround. If you want to battle 5 members of your clan, they just pop up a clan and you battle each other. Yes, it would be more ideal to battle within your clan, I agree, but the amount of dev time it would take to implement that feature no doubt would be pretty extensive. It's not how the game was built. The game is built for a clan to battle a clan, not to battle within clans. And I would rather them take the dev time that it would take to implement that and just bring something new that is therefore applicable to everybody, not just a small minority of players that want to battle within their clan. Whilst I agree it would be cool, it's definitely not something they would do, I don't think, because it's just not worth the time investment, being real with you. I knew I would get this comment as well, being able to attack your own base. Now, I never really understood why this was so important to people until I did these styles of videos in the past and I talked to you in the comments, because my thought process was, there's a workaround. You have your clanmate copy the base and they friendly challenge with you. Because even if you were attacking yourself, the 24-hour cooldown would still have to apply. Otherwise, you could just build the opponent war base and practice against it. So you're not getting an advantage of the 24-hour cooldown and getting around that. You'd still have to wait that time. But from talking to you in previous videos, I understand the frustration if you don't have a clanmate that is the same level as you. How do you really know how strong your base is? And what if your clanmates aren't as skilled as you? So for that reason, I do understand where it would be ideal. I don't think it offers an advantage because the 24-hour cooldown applies. So it really just helps you identify the strength of your base, and I think if it is going to help that many people, then it should be something they consider. Not a lot to explain in this comment. I wanted to highlight it though because I think it's a great idea. And I think it might come back to the clan perks that we discussed earlier, where you get the ability to request troops quicker if your clan perks are higher. Maybe that messes with the code or something, but when you use a training potion, the one thing it doesn't apply to is the clan castle and the request. And I understand this from my Team Judo clan, where I often either donate to myself or I use it just to grab friendly challenge footage, maybe some B-roll for a video, and my troops are ready. I've got the training potion boosted, and because my clan is only level 1, I just use it to record footage. I have to wait 20 minutes to donate. It is frustrating if your clan isn't at a perk whereby you get that reduced donation time, because it is a bit of a mismatch and you're constantly waiting for the clan castle. So if it applied to the training potion, or you could boost it like anything else, it'd be great and it would help those players that don't have the clan perk. I really like this suggestion for the village editor, and I want to say real quick that I do recall Darian in a previous interview saying that if there were any specific suggestions for the village editor, they would look to implement them because it is another area they're trying to constantly improve, if it made sense for them to do so. What about base rotation? Just rotating your base 90 degrees. I think that is really cool, and let's be real, a lot of people copy base links. I am not a base designer. I don't think a lot of people are. That's why I bring you videos such as the base building basics and the best clan castle troops for every town hall level in collaboration with RH Base Building, because there aren't a lot of pro base builders. So if you were to copy a base link, you might actually be able to throw your opponent off just by rotating it 90 degrees. They might not recognize it, and it would be pretty good actually to expand the amount of bases out there. So I really like the suggestion. This is actually a suggestion that I have mentioned previously as well. What if we had multiple hero abilities, so that we could choose which one was best? For example, the Archer Queen obviously has the Royal Cloak. What if she had something else and I could choose which ability I wanted to take into battle? Now, you couldn't have multiple of them, you couldn't use multiple abilities, you could still only use one ability per attack, but what if you could switch it? Maybe even switch it mid-battle depending on the base you come up against. I think this is an awesome idea, and it's something I would love to see them implement. I think it would increase the depth of the game, and this was actually asked to Darian, the community manager, in a recent interview. He quite liked the idea, actually, but he did say it probably wouldn't be coming at least anytime soon, because the entire game across numerous levels are balanced around the hero abilities. Let's think about the Grand Warden and his Eternal Tome turning troops immune. I mean, a lot of the defenses are balanced, the Giga Bomb, around that ability. So throwing 4 more hero abilities into the mix wouldn't really help, and it would just become quite difficult at the moment. If you do want to see my Barch War attack, I mentioned that previously, it's on your screen. Let me know anything about the suggestions today. Do you want some of them? Do you not want any of them? You will enjoy that Barch War attack though. It was great. Subscribe button is there. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.